welcome back to Iran Travel Guide. As you can see, it's raining, so we're going to take the opportunity here to get off the road. Which is the road we're on?
Heyran.
Heyran is a beautiful road running up to the mountains, and go into a local cafe to try some of the specialties of the region.
And take shelter.
Yeah, so come with us before we get too wet and the thunder hits us. Let's go.
Let's go. We are here with you from a cafe in the beautiful road of Heyran.
Yes, this road leads from Astara up to Ardabil. It winds its way through the valleys and the forests, eventually ending in the capital of the province, one of the biggest cities of northwest Iran.
So this area, this beautiful area, shares the both climates of Astara and Ardabil. You can hear the thunder here because just a couple of minutes ago it was sunny, but the clouds are coming.
Yes, I mean the cold air and the warm air meet, which means there's a lot of rain in this area. I mean, this is why it's so fertile and so green. And yet a lot of sun comes in the summer, which means that everything can grow here.
The road itself is 60 kilometers, which is around the mountains. Usually it takes a maximum an hour and a half for you to pass this 60 kilometers, but here you need at least 3-4 hours because there are a lot of things that you can visit here.
Yes, there's all sorts of accommodation, there's lots of cafes like the one we're in, restaurants, as well as a couple of cable cars which give you access to the higher points of the mountains.
And the nature, of course, the nature is the most beautiful thing that you can have enjoyed here.
Yes, so the region is famous for its produce, both in terms of fruit and vegetables, but also specifically meat and dairy products.
And honey.
And honey.
Honey is, yeah, because of the mountains and because of the mountain plants and mountain flowers, honey here is very good and very fresh.
The number of herbs as well that come from the mountain regions is very, very extreme. What we have in front of us is a local speciality. Can you tell us some more about it?
Yeah, it is called ash. Ash in Iran, as you know, you've tried it a couple of times. In the culture of Iran, it's very important. Ash is like a soup. It's a thick soup.
Yeah.
But this one is a bit different because it has all the mountain herbs, as you said, and it has Dugh. Dugh is a drink, like a yogurt drink, which we add to this ash, and it's beautiful. And you see the sound of you can hear the sound of the thunder.
Yes, yeah, you can. It's great. But so this is a local specialty, really. I mean, there's lots of different types of ash, but the one from this area is made with the local milk and local yogurt of the animals. So,
you want to try?
Shall we give it a try?
Yeah, I have to tell you what you have to do. This is garlic, which is like grated garlic, and you add it to your ash first.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, just 1 spoon would be enough.
Tiny bit of it. It's enough. I love garlic anyway, so it should be no problem.
If you don't like garlic, you don't need to add to it.
Maybe 1.5.
Salt is not very good for health, so don't add salt.
Or don't add too much.
So you can try now. I have a garlic already.
Stir it in a bit.
Yeah.
Ah, and it's got chickpeas in as well in the bottom there.
It's really nice, yeah.
It's very, very
The herbs are so fresh and taste different because we kind of got used to the herbs that you can find in the cities.
Yeah,
These are taste different.
These herbs are different. They come from different places up in the mountains, and so it really, really gives a unique taste to it.
It does. We don't want to eat in front of you. Maybe you get tempted.
We're going to finish this in a minute. But what you need to know about this area is just how beautiful it is, how green it is. It's amazing how many plants and trees there are, and it's really, really nice place to spend some time. So while you're traveling, stop along the way, come into this sort of area and just enjoy nature. And whether you're going from high to low or low to high, you've got a different climate at either end. So plenty of things to do.
And try ashaduk.
Definitely.
Thank you. Hello, welcome back to another chapter of Iran Travel Guide. Today we have come to a wonderful place.
Yes, we're here at the Nasir al-Mulk Mosque, otherwise known as the Pink Mosque, which, as you can see from this shot here, we have a lot of beautiful tile work, but this courtyard which we're standing in is full of beautiful artwork.
This mosque belongs to Qajar dynasty, so it's very old, and it's beautiful. And the beauty of this place is not only in the architecture, it's the art of the tiles, it's the art of the colors. It's wonderful and colorful. And we have a lot of tourists here that you can hear in the background. They're here also to see this beautiful place. And anything else, or you want to go and...
The most famous thing about this mosque is how it was built to catch the sunlight. The sun comes at a certain angle, as we know, and it comes through some stained glass windows to give a beautiful pattern of colored light inside the mosque itself. We're going to go in there now and have a look, so please come with us.
Come with us. Welcome back with Iran Travel Guide. We are still in Shiraz, in the city of Shiraz, in the mosque, which is called the Pink Mosque, Nasir al-Mulk Mosque, one of the most beautiful places in the city. And we are here with two tourists from Slovakia.
Dora and Thomas. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time and welcome to Iran.
Thank you.
So,
are you having a good day today so far?
Very nice.
What have you been seeing so far in Shiraz?
In Shiraz, we've seen almost everything. We started with the tombs of Hafez, Sadi, tombs of Kaju.
Great.
Then we still have Akil Mosque and the Arabic Karim Khan. Now we're here and going to Narajistan.
Very good. So what sort of things are you interested in? The culture, the history?
History, and we want to see Iran, how it's really like.
Okay.
That's the point.
And how have you found it? What does it feel like for you so far?
It's like paradise. Everything is here. People are so nice. Architecture is here. History is here. Everything is as it should be.
what do you like the most about Iran?
I find the nicest part Persepolis. I think.
Persepolis?
It's old cultures, and as well your town is beautiful.
Sure.
The tomb of Hafez and of those other poets. It's beautiful.
And what is the main difference between this country and your country? Is there anything that
People.
The people.
Yeah, people are here together. In our country, everybody look for themselves. Now people are in the parks, people are everywhere, sitting, talking, drinking tea.
And you like that? Yes, great. And what were your expectations before you came? What did you think Iran would be like, and how is that different or the same?
It's always different because in media we see another Iran, but here is the real Iran. So the difference is huge. Now this is like very nice country, wonderful people, but in media it's not.
No.
So that's the point.
So you wanted to see the real Iran, see the real people. Great.
See the Iran, show the Iran people. So that's why.
Were you worried before you came at all, or
Not at all.
No, not at all. Great. And you haven't faced any problems here? No. Okay.
Are you at all familiar, before you came, were you at all familiar with Iranian literature or with Iranian culture? Sadi, the poets. Have you ever heard of their names?
Yeah, also in Slovakia we have Hafez, we have Khayyam, but for example Sadi is unknown, Kaju is unknown. So we know about history, about Alexander the Great, the Persian Shahs, so we know something, but here we can learn a lot.
Okay.
Very good, that's great. And have you had a chance to try much Persian food as well? What have you liked the most?
Do you like it at all? You like the food? No, saffron. Yeah, Iranian saffron is very famous.
Saffron.
And Thomas's favorite is fesenjun.
Fesenjun. Oh, fesenjun is delicious. You should really try.
We don't have it at home, so that's why. That's very.
But you can cook it. It's very easy. Maybe you can take some of the material, some of
we
the
know how to make
ingredients. Yeah, great.
You're cooking Iranian food in Slovakia. Brilliant. Okay, great.
So where do you stay? In a hotel?
In the hotel here. In the Arabic Karim Khan.
Is it okay? Have you had any problem with the hotel?
No, not
Have you had any problem in the city, like security-wise, safety-wise?
No.
Europe is much more dangerous. So everything is fine.
Okay, and do you mind if I ask your job? What do you do?
I'm pharmacist.
Okay, you're a pharmacist and you're a...
Tour guide.
Oh, tour guide. Okay, so you have a professional interest in this as well.
Yes, of course.
Very good.
That's why I love it here.
And how's your experience of the tour guides here been? How do they compare with tour guides?
Yeah, how are the tourist reactions?
Tourist reaction, they are surprised. Yeah, because as we talked about, expectations are absolutely different, like what we see in television and what we see here. So
Sure.
Great.
that's great.
Okay, and will you come back again to Iran?
I like sometime.
And will you?
Of course.
Okay, great.
So if I could just ask you to give one message, whatever you want to say, to the people watching back home, what would you say to them about Iran?
Go to Iran, you will see the real life here, so that's important.
And
Yes.
if you,
Come to Europe. to see our country, Slovakia.
So we have adverts for two different countries here.
After Iran, go to Slovakia.
You can do a tour of both.
That was a very good message.
Okay, thank you so much for the time. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and really have a great rest of the trip as well.
Be with us, and thank you so much. Thank you.
So hello and thanks for joining us with Iran Travel Guide. We're coming to you from the city of Mashhad in the northeast of Iran, and we're in a museum which is a very special museum for the area. This is the central museum of the Imam Reza Shrine.
This museum is a part of the shrine complex. It might be a part of this complex, but by itself is a very developed and complete museum in different parts.
Yeah, it's a worthwhile tourist attraction even for the pilgrims and for others who are interested in the culture and the history of the region. There are 4 different floors here, starting with below ground floor, which is stamps, coins, banknotes, sort of history of currency and the cultural things there. This floor above that is the history of the shrine itself.
So you can find photographs about the shrine, about the city, all the objects which is talking about what has happened to this place, to this shrine in the time period. You can find all those objects there.
Yeah, as it's developed over time, things have been replaced and changed. We've got the old carvings, the old doors, the old things that have been there and been replaced as it's got gradually richer and more developed over time. So you can see, going through the ages, how it's gone from stone to wood with a bit of gold, to wood with silver and gold, to almost pure gold. There's a real progression going on through the centuries there.
And in the next floor, and one step further, you can have a look at this beautiful collection of the sea specimens and animals and objects which are beautifully done, kept in this place, and some of them are mummies, some of them...
Absolutely, it's a very unique collection of
Very unique collection, and all of them, that's the point, all of them are donated.
Yeah, I mean, almost everything in this museum is donated, which is why it's such a fascinating mixture of collections. Up on this top floor, what we get here is some astronomical instruments and some weapons, as well as various chinaware and other sort of household items. So a real mix of different styles. You know, there's science mixed with the military, mixed with household life, mixed with the life of the court.
So this is the floor that in this part we're going to take you to have a look around. Honestly, it's not something that we can show you in a couple of minutes. To spend proper time in this complex or in this museum, you need at least a day to be able to go around all the museum and all the objects. It's like a city for itself. But in this part, we're going to take you around, have a look at this.
Give you a taste of what there is. Because I mean, astronomy, as people know, is developed in various places of the world in various different times. But Iran and ancient Persia had a really strong part to play in that, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It did. We had like very famous astronomers from Iran. Some you might know, like Avicenna, or Sheikh Bahai, or Khwarazmi, or Omar Khayyam, who is also a very famous poet of this country.
Yeah, it's interesting to know because he's mostly known through, in the English world at least, the translations of Fitzgerald as a poet, but in fact in his life, his poems weren't even published. He was writing for himself.
I think that's the thing about the old scientists and old people who were in this country. Yeah. They were like, you know, not only specified in one majority. They were like poets, scientists, artists. It's like a collection of all of them.
We think of, say, in the European tradition, we call them the Renaissance men, people like Leonardo, people who had interest in different fields, whether it was biology and science as well as the arts. I mean, in Iran there were lots of similar people, and Khayyam is a great example of that sort of man.
So I think let's make it shorter. Let's go have a look and see the details of this place. We're gonna let you stay and have a look as you wish. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for being with us. See you later. Bye-bye.